Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode. I'm Crypto Waymo, and here, of course, you can expect to receive the most recent news and updates in the world of cryptocurrency. So, in other words, when we know, you know. It's just that simple, guys. All right? So, with that being said, let's get right into it. All right, guys, happy Friday to everyone. Hope everyone's day is going pretty well today so far. I wanted to come to you today to give you some brief, immediate news about where we are in the world of cryptocurrency. As we've been talking about day to day, especially for the last few weeks, the market really hadn't had a ton of volume coming in. We've also seen that we've had some declines. We've seen that there's been a potential bearish nature that we've been in. So it's important that we continue, as we emphasize, to do the research to help us to get insight on where we stand and potentially where the market is heading. If you have not already, I think it's very important that you turn on your notifications. Ensure that you subscribe to the channel if you have not already, because I think the next 48 hours are going to be very, very critical in the world of cryptocurrency. I think within the next 48 hours, we'll be able to identify or have some additional insight to help us to determine if the market will make some upward trends or if we'll potentially be going downward at this present time. As usual, what we want to do is take a look at the market, see where we stand. I want to discuss some of those details, discuss some lows with you, some points of level of support that you want to keep your eye out, because I think that'll help us to determine whether we'll be able to get a breakout. But I'm certain, in my opinion, that one way or another, the market is on the verge of a breakout, guys. So we have to determine whether that's going to be an upward or a downward breakout. So, at this point, all we really can do is lean on the research to help us to make an educated decision as far as what the next steps are. So let's get into the numbers, and hopefully this is helpful to you and brings you some insight on where we stand and potentially what direction we may be moving. Of course, we've been talking about in the last few days that the market hasn't had really a lot of volume come in. It's very, very important, especially for the next couple of days, that you guys stay connected to the updates that I provide. We'll be keeping an eye out, really understanding that we're at a very critical point right now where the market can easily either go bearish or bullish. We know Bitcoin obviously more so dictates that in the market. We see Bitcoin today at 31.9, up 1.88% in the last 24 hours. However, down 4.55 in the last 7 days. Again, guys, not really a lot of volume coming in overall in the market. Ethereum, again, below 2,000, 1,919. Today down 10.82% in the last 7 days also. Dogecoin dropped down to 17 cents. Now, one thing I do want to talk about, or I do want to touch on, that I think is why it's going to be very, very important that you stay connected to the updates. If you can, turn on the notifications so you can get the information as soon as I provide it. What we're basically doing now is we're watching Bitcoin closely because the behavior over the next 48 hours or so is really going to give us some more detailed insight on what direction the market may be going as of now. As I've emphasized, we've been in the area of 31,000 to 35,000 with Bitcoin over the last week or so. We're looking to break up to 36K or higher. If indeed we did that, that would break the resistance that we're receiving at about 35K. That would be great news. That would actually speak to a bull run. However, at the same time, we are cautious and making sure that we keep an eye out on Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin drops below 30,000, specific area of resistance came in at about 28.5. So if it drops below 30,000, then we could see an overall bearish for the immediate present time in the market. All right, so as we take a look at the specific behavior on the graph here of Bitcoin, as you can see, the level of resistance that we just touched on there, it looks like our low is right at 29,000, as we talked about. So as you see, we've been, maneuvering through these resistance areas here, in the neighborhood of, as I said, between 31 and 35,000. We're at 32,000 now, as I said. Our hopes are that we can, break these levels of resistance or support here and move up towards 36,000. That would be good news overall for the market. Now, what we don't want to do is we don't want to make a low below this 29,000 mark here. As I said, the level of resistance is holding up at about 28.5. So we definitely want to stay above 30,000. It's going to be important that we do that. And, so we are getting, awfully close to that point at some points throughout the day. So what we'll have to do is we'll just have to keep a close eye on the market and see how everything turns out. The market is shaking out pretty quickly right now. Even taking a look at Dogecoin, as I said, we have Dogecoin down at 17 cents. Same thing there as I mentioned. If we take a look at, the last 7 days, we obviously see that, we've been having, gradual declines there with Bitcoin. As I said, we also want to see Bitcoin make that run, because we also are aware that if it's any upward trends to come about with Bitcoin, in my opinion, I'm pretty confident that we'll see some of those same upward trends for Dogecoin as well. But again, not a lot of volume at all coming in. We want to try to prevent from creating lower lows. So as you know, looks like the lows here about at the 16 cents range. So we'll be keeping a close eye on this as well, in hopes that Dogecoin can move or break above these levels of resistance. However, at the same time, we do understand that, based on the research, that if we do break the resistance here and create a lower low, right, then that may present an immediate bear nature for Dogecoin. We're just hoping that the bulls can step up. But I have to be honest, right now we are in a dogfight between the bulls and the bears, guys. So we will be keeping a close eye out, as I emphasized on Bitcoin. We want to watch very closely to see. Now, good news, as I said, Bitcoin at 32 has moved up just a tad just throughout the course of this discussion. So, hopefully, as I said, we can continue to move in a more upward trend. We will watch closely. If Bitcoin does drop below 30,000, then that impacts the overall market. Most likely, we're then looking at a sub 15 cents Dogecoin at that time. So with watching the market closely today, we know that soon there's a breakout one way or another, whether it be to the upward or to the downward side. So we understand that the next 48 hours or so are very, very critical in helping to determine that. So again, I just want to emphasize, hopefully you stay connected to the most recent news and updates. Hopefully you have your notification bell on, so that way you can receive the information as soon as I drop it. And otherwise, guys, enjoy your weekend. And of course, be sure to smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Otherwise, I'll catch you on the next one.